Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Yo, baby, you've had your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
You sound like my mom. Bex, do you ever go ass to mouth?
You never go ass to mouth.
You've never gone ass to mouth?
You never go ass to mouth.
I've never gone ass to mouth.
Not even once?
Not even ever.
You're both so repressed.
Just so you know, I eat the pussy.
He does. Tempting. Again, no.
You're listening to the sexiest podcast on the internet. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Just search for Two Strangers, One Podcast. For Android users, we are also available on the Stitcher app in the Play Store for Google. Now here's Chris and Kristyn.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristyn.
And it's been so long.
I know. I think it was officially like over a week.
We've had it. It's been like a week and a half.
It feels like months.
It feels like forever since we recorded our last episode.
I don't even know. I feel like there's so much to talk about, but nothing at the same time.
Well, you know what it is?
I don't even remember.
I've been handling so much outside podcast business that like this whole past week is every day I've been doing something podcast related.
Mm-hmm. But not for us.
But not recording.
I want you to start putting us first, okay?
No, excuse me. I'm the unemployed one. You're the one who's got a job and can't show up for recording.
It was my fault. We've been out of commission for a week.
Oh, my God.
But we're back.
Yeah.
You can't keep us apart.
Yeah, no, let me tell you, it feels so good to be back in front of the microphone. I love my microphone. I love my baby. Hi, baby. And,
how are you?
It's like an old friend, you know. It's nice to, and welcome back to our wonderful, beautiful audience.
Reunited and it feels so
good. We really have the best looking audience on the internet.
Yeah, sexy. We like to keep it sexy.
And I miss you guys, and hopefully you've missed me. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to tell about the news for November 1st?
Okay. Well, it's kind of, I don't want to jinx it, or it hasn't been solidified. Okay. But basically, I mean, I've mentioned in the past that we are going to be on either the Smodco Morning Show or I Sell Comics. Both of them are podcasts on the Kevin Smith's network, right. Smodcast. Right now, it hasn't been 100% solidified, but we're basically going to be on there. Right now, the plan is November 1st. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to Janine, Naimoli, Frederick, who is... she and her husband, Ken Frederick, are doing a comic book now called Quandary. And they had a Kickstarter. And I've brought it up in the past, on a past show, but I think it might have been on one of our lost episodes, the ones that I didn't get aired, because I did mention it like in a past episode.
Yeah, I know we mentioned it before, but who knows if
I might have made a post about it on the Facebook page. But yeah, so they started a Kickstarter. He's an artist, she's a writer, and they're a couple. Mm-hmm. So it's like a match made in heaven.
Perfect.
And so they're working on a comic. It's called Quandary, and it's supposed to be either 15 or 30 years in the future, but it has to do with all like the political strains going on today, like with people's rights being violated, and as technology gets a little more, I mean, technology already is what it is when it comes to tracking people and government surveillance and stuff like that, and it's a whole story with that as the background, like a futuristic government, they're really watching us, and who can you trust, and the concept is freaking awesome.
It's America in 10-15 years, right?
If as all the fucked up the shit's going on now continues on. And I was talking to Janine, the writer, and actually her and I kind of had like a conversation, and we were talking about and part of me, like, because I wrote 2 books so far, one is available at www.doublejackpot.us. But, so we're talking about the book, we're talking about her comic book, and, she asked me for my input on one thing, and like...
So Chris went and gave her wrote a whole book himself off of it.
And it was just like, but
you should do this, you should do this, you should kill this person.
Because when you write a book or whatever, you're God in that world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can control everything. You can take your character and go, you know what? you're going to get abducted by the government and left in the middle of the desert. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pissed at you now.
Just because you want to.
If you're angry that day, you can take it out on your characters.
Yeah,
it really tells
you could be a
what the
vengeful,
writers like
evil god
during that time.
And you know what it is when, well, at least when I write, all my characters are somewhat based on people that
Somebody
I know.
You know. Yeah.
So it feels good when you have a character that you don't like and you do fucked up shit to them.
Yeah.
Get them hit.
Torture them.
Get them hit by a car.
I wonder if that's how, like, the director of, like, the Saw movies where they torture random people, if they're, like, based on people they know. Like, he's got no friends. He's just, like...
Casting an actress that looks like his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen to you? Remember that time you cheated on me? Well, and then it's, like... The head's got, like, you know, what was that, like, bear trap around the back? That shit, like, crazy
the
shit
reverse
like
bear trap is going to snap your jaw all the way open.
Mind. Like, I don't know if I want to date that man ever.
And have you ever seen the movie Seven? I know that's a...
Yeah, I like that movie. That's
the guy who wrote that, Andrew Kevin Walker, he was working... Coincidentally, he used to work in Tower Records, a place I used to hang out all the time. And he wrote Seven while working there. Not because he's not originally from New York City. But he saw so much... depravity and lack of human compassion.
Like,
that's what helped him write
Inspire
Seven, because
see?
he saw New York as such a dark place. Coincidentally, Seven doesn't take place in New York.
Right.
They never really
say where
they never really
but it's like
announce
a city,
it.
Though, right?
It is a city,
yeah.
But
then they're like in the desert.
But it was inspired by
what
he used to work in Tower Records in the Village in Manhattan. He probably rang me up at one point.
Right.
I inspired Seven.
Yeah, Chris, you probably were the one that inspired Seven.
But
the inspiration that you give to people.
And speaking of Seven and horror movies and slasher,
yes, you saw
Cabin in the Woods. Let me tell you, people. And you know,
a few months ago,
it came out.
I feel like it was like winter or spring.
It was a little before the Avengers came out because it was Joss Whedon was involved with it. He co-produced and co-wrote Cabin in the Woods, and the guy who actually directed it used to work with Joss Whedon when Joss Whedon was working on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was a co-writer of one of the shows, and I believe he directed a couple episodes.
It's got to be funny to be like, yeah, what have you directed? Well, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, well, a lot of...
like that was your only word. Yeah, Buffy.
A lot of movie directors... I'm sorry, I got distracted. I'm seeing there's a Yo Gabba Gabba
pistachio commercial.
With Broby. I hate Broby so much.
It's great that you know the character. You know who I hate? Broby.
I hate Broby. He's so
going to be in your
annoying.
Next book, like the guy that
he's
gets
a little
killed,
whiny
Broby.
bitch. You know, but I guess he represents the kids that are whiny bitches. But,
those don't exist, right?
But yeah, there are movie directors, like usually like smaller movie directors, not like the big blockbusters. They get their other jobs directing TV shows.
Right.
All these TV shows, every Law and Order, every episode of...
Because they switch them up, too.
Everybody Loves Raymond, you know?
Like it's a different director on each...
Yeah.
You know, like each episode, or like they only do so many episodes and then a different one.
Yeah. So
it's a cool, like exposure and getting...
and it gives you... Because think about it, when you watch a TV show, don't get me wrong, movies are fantastic. But really, when it comes to a movie, I mean, other than obviously a bigger budget on most movies, you're only putting together 2 hours of entertainment. A season of a show, you're putting together 22 episodes. That's 22. That's 11 fucking movies, you know. And and the bigger budget shows like a Lost or I mean, I'm kind of I'm a huge fan of the show Fringe. You know, every episode is like an hour-long movie, or should I say 51-minute movie.
51-minute, 45-minute movie.
45-minute movie, but, you know, so the effort that it takes, I mean, obviously, movies probably have, blockbuster movies have a much bigger budget than TV shows, but,
I would hope.
Yeah.
One would hope.
But yeah, so like all these, you know, and it keeps you, I think in my opinion, you should do TV shows first. Then the movies, because it kind of, when you do TV shows, you're really you're stuck with the deadline and you have to produce.
Right, you gotta have it done this time. And
yeah, so by the time you do that, a movie should be like nothing. It's like
driving in a month.
It's like driving like a piece of shit car before you get a nice car. Right. You have to learn to appreciate.
Right, and then once you get that nice car, it's like your baby.
Yeah, I love you, baby. You know, how many microphones have we went through for this show? You know what I'm saying? How we could finally appreciate.
Have you seen the new show Revolution?
I've seen it.
It's like a Lost aspect. Like I had that Lost feeling.
It kind of has. It's produced by J.J. Abrams. Jon Favreau, the guy who directed Iron Man 1 and 2.
Done, a bunch of stuff.
He directed the first episode. He also, lesser known, he did a movie called Zathura, which was, I don't know if I mentioned this before.
Yeah,
I think
it's like a kid's one.
It's like,
he's done a lot.
It's it's like a part
Jumanji
2 to Jumanji.
Thing,
but
space.
Yeah, except instead of a jungle game, it's an outer space game. And I love Jon Favreau's work. And I saw Cowboys and Aliens a while back, but I didn't like Cowboys and Aliens. And I didn't like Revolution.
You didn't like? I only saw one episode.
Well,
the one last night.
Yeah.
And it had that lost feel. I kind of liked it. Like, I got into it where I want to actually know more about it.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, I guess, spoilers if you haven't watched Revolution, but, shit, go online and download it. Excuse me, go to...
Don't download
Go to iTunes and download the episode of Revolution.
It's a different,
brought to you by NBC.
Take, I like it.
It's just... I don't...
because it's like, well, what if all of the electricity did go out,
I mean, here we go. Spoilers. I mean, you only saw... The second episode came out last night.
Oh, was that only the second one?
The second episode, yeah. Okay, you just missed the pilot.
Okay.
I mean, the big premise is it's the world after everything electronic went out, and that how they lived. Now,
and
how they live. It's 15 years in the future.
Yep.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
15 years in the future, all the electricity's gone now. But
and they do,
do you mind if I spoil it for you?
Oh,
okay, spoiler. At the end of the first episode, you see this woman with this put together computer.
Yeah,
in bits and pieces and stuff
woman,
like
right?
that. Yeah,
I saw she was on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
she's what typing away feverishly.
I kind of went back and forth with that episode in Monday Night Raw, the wrestling show.
Jeez, can't miss the Raw.
And you would think Revolution would be right up my alley. It's filled with people that I like. I love J.J. Abrams. I love...
it's totally that Lost aspect, like that
Jon Favreau.
Lost.
And I just...
No?
I try to get into it.
last night's episode. I was like, oh, this is different.
And honestly, the only character that I like is the leader of the revolution... not the Revolution, excuse me. The militia.
The militia. I
guy,
don't even know
the dark-skinned guy.
Oh, yeah. He's not the leader. He's like the general.
He's like a general, yeah. And, I mean, for fans of the show Breaking Bad, he was...
Oh, okay.
Spoiler. His character just died in Breaking Bad, so now he just moved to... and let me tell you, he plays a good... because in Breaking Bad, his character's name is Gustavo Fring.
Okay.
And
his real name is like Giancarlo or something.
Yeah, and he speaks
where does that
Spanish.
Come from?
Yeah, I mean, he's dark-skinned, but his name is Giancarlo. He's probably
Giancarlo,
a mixture of everything.
Jamaican and I don't know.
I think he seems to me like one of those guys that his family tree is a forest. You know what I'm saying?
From here to here.
And he is a really good actor. On Breaking Bad, holy shit, he's one of those he's intimidating. You know what I'm saying? If I met him in person, I can't help but think of his character Gustavo Fring. I would see him as this cold-blooded motherfucker.
Yeah.
And and he was excellent on Breaking Bad. So I'm glad that he's still working and he's on Revolution.
Off to go to Revolution, it sounds like.
I'm calling it now, and this is my nerd. You're going to find out that he used to be a criminal before the powers went out, before the lights went out. I guarantee you, now he's a general and he's in charge. I will put money on it that you're going to find out his character was like a petty thief or a murderer or something like that. And now after the revolution, now he has power and esteem and he's sadistic because he likes to kill.
Yeah,
but
he was
in his former life,
he's just killing people. I'm like, oh, we just go straight to that.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
I'm going to keep giving it a shot.
Yeah.
As much as it has a great pedigree. The show has a great pedigree, but I just...
It's a different concept than just, like Law and Order. We're going to go out and get, bad guys. And
just a couple months ago, we were talking about Alcatraz. Once again, another J.J. Abrams show, gone. I
never followed up with it. I saw the first, maybe 4 or 5 episodes, and I was kind of getting into it, and then I just stopped watching.
Just went kaput.
Sorry, JJ.
Yeah, I mean, not everything, not every episode we put out is,
we can't always be a winner.
So who the hell is this kid on the internet talking about me?
Yeah. Now I saw, the movie Taken with my homeboy Liam Neeson. I love him. And now I just saw a preview for Taken 2.
Taken 2.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because, you know, like, sequels are mostly for, like, you know, the moneymaker type thing.
Yeah.
Like, what's the quality going to be like? Don't ruin a good movie. Now, do you know a movie, I feel like you're going to say, like, X-Men or something, where the sequel was better than the first one?
Oh, of course, yeah. X-Men 2 was better than X-Men. Spider-Man 2 was better than Spider-Man. I mean, you could always go with the old favorites, you know, Godfather 2 was better than Godfather 1. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back is better than Star Wars, A New Hope.
Yeah, I haven't really followed up with these movies, so...
No, yeah, that's
so like... I can't really put my finger on, like, one where I've seen...
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com.
We're now returning to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back. We had a little technical difficulties.
What do you know?
So instead of just
the Inception,
just bringing up the stuff that our friends are doing an actual ad, I actually have a pre-produced ad for Click and Hit. That's click dash the letter N dash hit.com.
All right.
It's basically a little portable pipe you can carry in your pocket.
For your legal herbs.
For your legal herb and pipe tobacco. Not for anything else.
Legal. Keyword legal.
So we were talking about movies.
You know what? And then I thought of one. Because usually it would be like action movies and those where you could actually say the second one was better or the third. Now Rocky IV was better.
Rocky IV. Holy shit.
Was the best.
Yeah, Rocky IV.
So it took 4 tries. So I like that one better than the other ones.
Yeah, that was... I mean, of course, that came out during, like, Cold War.
Yeah, during perfect timing.
And, you know, at the time, Dolph Lundgren and... What's her face? They used to do the reality show with Flavor Flav.
Bridget Nielsen.
Brigitte Nielsen, yeah.
And she was like 6'5".
Yeah, they were at the top of their game. I mean, it's weird that, like, Sylvester Stallone is still in an incredible condition. I mean, of course, there's rumors he's doing human growth hormone.
You think? I mean,
and he's throwing Dolph Lundgren a bone by putting him in, like, in the Expendables movies.
Yeah.
You know, Brigitte Nielsen is fucking fell all apart.
Yeah, she was like I think it's about a month now, like found in the park, like passed out, drunk.
Yeah.
Like somebody found her and was like, okay, we gotta call the ambulance now. And she was like, what? Like,
but, 25 years ago or something like that, 1988 or something like that when that movie came out.
Shot.
She looked fantastic. Yeah, Rocky IV is one of those movies. One, I can watch every time. Like, if whenever it's on cable, I will sit and watch. And it's an inspirational movie. And, of course, I mean, you know, the Russians aren't the bad guys anymore, but, you know, it takes you back to a certain time when we're all worried about nuclear annihilation and relations with Russia.
Save the world.
And Rocky's going to save the world through beating up a Russian in Russia on Christmas Eve.
So, drive that point home, Rocky. Now, I also read, we probably talked about it, but I'm excited for Kick-Ass 2.
Kick-Ass 2.
In production, making that right now.
Did you hear who's going to be casted in it?
No.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to actually read the comic book. Mark Millar, and I forgot the name of the other guy. And I should. I'm going to lose my nerd cred. So yeah, Jim Carrey's going to be... Well, I think it's speculated, but very realistically going to happen.
Okay.
So that's going to definitely be awesome, in my opinion.
Like, Ryan Gosling is highly speculated to be in the 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, okay.
You were like looking at me
you
like, what?
Because I thought you say Ryan Gosling's going to be in Kick-Ass 2, and I'm like, really?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, suddenly he's just in it. Yeah, so I'm excited if he's the one that's picked, because that's a nice piece of meat to look at. And swoon. Yeah, just say it. Say he's good looking.
He's a good looking guy. I'm trying to remember.
That'd be good for a 50 Shades of Grey.
Has he ever been in a comic book movie? That's what I'm saying. I always got to like. I can't think so. I don't think he was ever in a comic book movie. He was in Drive. I haven't seen it, but everyone's telling me it's like awesome.
Really? Okay, so I saw it. It was kind of like build up. You're kind of waiting for a lot to happen, and then it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Like, he gets in, like, a couple of riffs. Good couple of, stupid fight scenes. But then, like, it just kind of ends. And you're like, all right. And he barely talks throughout it. That's the whole thing. Like, he's just an angry guy.
Strong, silent type.
Yeah, like, nobody really knows, like, what his job is. It's like, there's no...
Yeah.
Very, short script.
I know the women, have you seen, like, his meme online? Like... like when things go online and become like trends on the internet.
Okay.
So there's this one particular picture of Ryan Gosling looking right into the camera, and it's romantic, but it kind of has like an accepting look to it. So the joke is always put words that are like encouraging to a woman, like hey baby, real women have curves, or hey baby, I don't care what they say, your hair looks great today. It's because it's like this really encouraging photo. I mean. They've taken other pictures of Ryan Gosling and done stuff with it, but there's the one particular famous one where he's looking at the camera almost lovingly, but the joke is always put something very accepting, like baby, and
we'll love it, we'll accept it.
I love you the way you look in the morning, saying like it's stuff like that. So that's like one of those big internet trends, the memes that they do online.
He's been dating what's her name, Ava
Longoria?
No, not Longoria. Is that her name, Ava?
I
feel like her name's Ava.
The only Ava I know is Ava Longoria. Unless Ava Gardner.
Oh my god, she's been in so much.
Ava Gabor.
Mendes, is that her last name?
No, Ava Gabor's.
Who the hell is Ava Gabor?
That was Zsa Zsa Gabor's sister.
Oh my god,
how old I am.
Maybe her name's not Ava. Oh my god, she's been in so much stuff. Let me type this in, it's gonna drive me nuts.
And Zsa Zsa was the Paris Hilton of her time. Like, famous for no reason other than being... And I think...
Ava Mendes.
Ava Mendes. From Training Day? No.
I'm getting the photo right now. Do you know her? She's been in
Ava
Hitch.
Mendes. Oh, Hitch, yeah. And Training. Well, she was in Training Day. You see her naked in Training Day for like 2 seconds.
Oh, that's a small photo. But her.
Yeah, she's a knockout.
Oh, yeah, they've been...
So Ryan Gosling and her?
Hot couple.
Yeah. Jesus, that's the whole point of being good-looking in Hollywood is to be with other good-looking people in Hollywood.
I guess that's the point.
It's like these ultra-freaking super
that
couples.
would be some sexy kids if they could make that happen. They could just do that real quick.
And speaking of ultra couples, first and foremost, I got to go back to like stuff I've said on another episode. First and foremost, I'm still in love with Brittany from Abby and Brittany.
I still haven't seen it.
You still haven't seen the show?
No,
I'm still in love with Brittany, except...
I totally forgot about it.
And not except, they did an episode where she says she likes her personal space. She's attached to her sister, but she doesn't like people on top. I mean, it's so funny. She goes, I don't like people close to me. I don't like touching people. I mean, coincidentally, she's attached to her sister. Next to her?
Maybe
that's why.
Yeah, she's always just...
I still love Brittany, but... that would be a problem for me. I like to get up on you.
You want to touch her.
So that's the one.
Maybe
I found one little flaw in our relationship. I gotta break her down
maybe,
and say.
Maybe just talk to her.
I want to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Hold your hand. Girl. I want to pat both your hands.
I want to look at her like Ryan Gosling does and go, baby, it's all good.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. You're connected to your sister.
She just hasn't met you yet. That's the issue.
But because I was watching that the Abby and Brittany show. And honestly, I left it on the TV, and it switched over to 19 and Counting, or whatever, the Duggars.
Yeah, well, they got 19 kids and counting.
Holy shit.
And they all work, they built their house, whatever. I'm sure they moved, I saw a couple seasons ago. Mm-hmm. They were all, building this huge house together. I'm like, oh my god.
And they homeschool their kids.
Yeah,
And it just, I've never watched that show before. And I just love the fact that the father's name is Jim Bob.
Of course.
If your name is Jim Bob, you're going to have 19 kids.
You're going to have 19 and counting kids.
Oh my god, that show is...
And they all start with J, don't they? Or something's up with the kids' names.
I hate when couples do
they all
that.
start with J, or maybe they're all just religious names? I don't remember.
I think they're all religious names, because I think they're very, very religious. They homeschool their kids.
But, I mean, I feel like I got 19 kids. I'm going to lose track on people's names. Like, after a while, I'm going to be like, "Aw, honey, I love you, but what did we name you again? What was it?"
Well, like, when I was growing up, my mom had, like, 6 brothers and 2 sisters. Yeah, and then all of them had kids, so I had so many cousins.
Family, yeah.
My grandmother's house was like freaking Grand Central Station. And I had so many cousins, and along with the other ones of my generation, we just called each other cousin.
Yeah.
Because it was hard to remember everybody's name. Cousin, hey, cousin, come here, you know. And it was just...
I'm lucky enough where I have a good group of friends of 6 of us, and half of our names are Kristyn. So that's so easy to remember the other 3. But, I mean, 19. Woof.
Yeah. That's,
first of all...
I mean, obviously this guy doesn't know how to pull out.
Yeah.
Just fucking pull... I mean...
Maybe we should start using some contraception, maybe get some tube tied, or, yeah, you know,
I mean...
Let's take control.
Put it in the ass every now and then. Yeah. Jesus Christ, like... What's with... I mean, it just blows my mind. Like, it's borderline mental disability. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to have 19 kids. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2 crazy people have found each other. Yeah. And in that particular episode...
You have your own city at this point. Like, once everybody has their kids...
That's like a team-on-team baseball game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got your own teamwork in here.
Because usually when you have a lot of kids... You know, you go. The joke is, "Oh, that's a sports team, whatever." Right. No, you can have both sides.
Have competing teams, the Duggars.
Oh, and I hate when you hear couples name their kids all with the same initial.
Yeah, it's something. I think they're all like religious.
Justin and Jason and Jennifer and Julie and Julia and
exactly. I'm like,
and Julio.
And here's Julio.
Julio. That begins
it was
with
a different father. We couldn't keep the trend going. Yeah, then there's like some crazy name that they
with
thought
the
was
J.
cool, so. Yeah, it's a silent
Justina
J, okay?
and Jasmine and Jennifer and Jason and Justin. And it always seems to be J's. J's is
right.
Always...
Ugh. America, wake up!
Jim Bob. God,
and Jim Bob.
Jim Bob.
Oh, I love it.
Now, I guess he just likes to come.
Maybe they should sleep in separate rooms for a little bit. Take a break.
You don't have to be pregnant every...
That vagina's gotta be... That birth canal has gotta be permanently...
You know, and...
The size of the width of a baby.
Obviously, he likes to fuck. You know what I'm saying? He just... So much that, one, he doesn't pull out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to use a condom because that kills the sensation. And, I mean, I guess it does show a love for your wife. I mean, other than being borderline.
Yeah. A wear and tear on this woman's body.
Oh, I mean, you know, there's a really, you know, if you spill your seed, it's just as bad. But I don't know, whatever. Speaking of wanting to fuck,
and the great transition.
You know that flow from the progressive commercials?
Yeah, the redhead.
I think she's adorable.
I think she's annoying.
I mean,
and you want to fuck her.
I see why she's annoying. I want to fuck her. Now, what had happened is my friend, he posted a thing about the new Wendy's girl.
Yeah, okay.
You know, the new Wendy's girl, and she's hot too. Her hair is like unnaturally red.
Yeah.
And, you know, the funny thing is, the internet being the internet, they show real pictures. Obviously, her hair isn't that real color. If anything, really, she's a brunette. Mm-hmm. And they dyed her hair that fucking unnatural orange, that Lucille Ball orange for the Wendy's commercial.
This is how I was born.
So there's a whole website dedicated to the actresses behind, you know, who play women in commercials. No, and just advertisements in general.
Progressive.
So the progressive girl, this guy, Get Him Steve Dave, the guy I hung out with in line at the Kevin Smith book signing, he was telling me about her. She's an improv comedian. And actually, if you go on YouTube, she's really funny.
Flo,
the girl that plays Flo. No, the girl from the Wendy's commercial is cute, but she's not my type. Flow's my type.
Flo is my type.
So I'm on this site, and it's dedicated to the actresses, following the actresses' other work from ads. If you think usually it's because they're attractive.
Okay.
There are whole fucking communities online of guys talking about Flo.
Wow. See, there's all this underground shit I don't know about.
Yeah, and then
that's hysterical.
I took it
Go Flo.
Let me tell you, I spend way too much time online. There's a whole community dedicated to pictures of Flo's feet. Because her's an actress.
Yeah.
She's done other things.
Right.
There's like a site dedicated to every time her feet were shown.
Why her feet?
Because for foot fetish guys.
I mean...
and I think she's attractive. Don't be wrong. I want to fuck her.
Right.
But is it weird that, one, I want to fuck her, but I find guys who want to see her feet creepy?
Right.
Is that weird?
No, most guys get that mentality, I want to fuck Flo, or, some hot girl on the TV. But now we got a whole website for her feet. I mean, that takes time to find.
Feet. Yeah, and it's all screen captures.
Yeah, like that, you've taken time.
And I believe she was like I believe she might have been in an episode of Mad Men.
Oh, really?
Kind of, because Flo kind of has that throwback. No, but I mean, Flo is kind of like she would look like someone that from the 50s and 60s with that big hair and that super bright red lipstick and stuff like that. So,
her feet.
If you do a little search, there's, like I said, first I found like the I want to fuck Flo community or whatever, it wasn't called that, but, Flo fans or whatever. And then an offshoot of that, all the guys who love her feet.
I mean, people, that takes time.
I know I'm a creep, but that shit is fucking creepy.
Wow, Flo.
I was never a foot man, but
feet are disgusting, first of all. And now with my job as an EMS and as an EMT, there are so many people that just, you go to their house and you're trying to help them, but they're in whatever they wear, and they have, their feet are out. They have the most disgusting feet, and you have to, touch them, and you're like, I, double glove for that. I'm like, okay, can you feel this? And it's like, why are you not taking
Meanwhile,
care
I'm wearing
of
my
feet?
sandals and
No, but you don't have,
I don't have, I don't have yellow toenails.
Yeah, those thick toenails and,
I gotta clip my nails, though.
Rough, scruffy feet, dead skin's coming out. It's like, man, ugh. See, now I just have this whole hate for feet at this point. But I don't get the whole foot fetish thing.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't get it.
They take it to an extreme, I feel. It's not like, I like your feet. I mean, there's kissing, sucking, rubbing it on your genitals.
There's a friend of mine, and he knows who he is, who's a foot
and
guy.
You know who you are.
And it's...
Does he like
It's like the Eddie Murphy character in Boomerang, where, a girl could be absolutely gorgeous. If her feet are busted,
right,
it's like a turnoff, and it's like,
put some socks on. Don't wear sandals.
And like I said, I kind of get it because I'm a fucking freak, but I don't get it personally. I'm not a foot guy. I mean,
and they smell. They're sweaty.
I mean, I could see if you're with somebody and I could see playing with the foot, but that's something you only spend a couple minutes on, or you give a foot massage or something like that.
I need to see your feet.
Yeah, nothing like that. Nothing like,
there's people that's a straight up boner.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even need to see the rest of the body. All you got to do is see the feet, and that'll get you.
What happened as a kid where some of your feet were your thing?
Mom's shoe collection or something like that, or
what
the smell of pantyhose, or
As I throw up. I don't get the whole foot fetish thing. I get fetishes in general, whatever. That's obviously turns you on.
Mm-hmm.
The foot thing, I don't fucking know where we went wrong. I don't know how it got started, what the attraction is. But God bless.
What if you met a guy that was a foot guy?
I can't deal with that. That's too weird for me.
He said, look, all you got to do is just put your feet up on the table. Yeah. And just let me...
I'm too creeped out by the fact that you're so turned on.
That's... I don't know.
Let me touch him, let me lick him, let me smell. I don't know. That's fucking weird. Get off my feet.
No feet, guy. No. Okay, guys, if you have a foot fetish, keep in mind.
Don't call me.
Kristyn,
don't call me. I'm not dealing with it. I'll tell you that. Not dealing. Maybe a one-time thing, but if that's your thing, we're in the wrong relationship. We're on different levels here. We got different things going on. Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh. I don't know. The new iPhone sold 5 million this past weekend, so I'm sure that's up by now.
My roommate has the new iPhone 5. And to be honest, I haven't touched it yet.
I don't see...
Because he's not a techie guy, and I had to, set it up for him, because he has an iPod Touch.
Yeah.
And so I helped him set it up on his computer. I haven't played with it yet.
I don't see any huge things
There's no real...
that's so much different than the other one where it's I need that $300 phone.
Yeah. And then now it has a worse adapter. Yeah. It has a smaller adapter, which I called before. Remember, when I said it in the last episode, it was rumor. Now it's the real deal.
Yeah, it's a different adapter, right? So you have to get it.
So you have to get... Now they have these adapters, but if you have like an iPod dock, some of them were made for a specific size.
Right.
So you can't fit them. I mean, some of them, they've made some docks where it's everything above the dock you can place in there. Yeah. But, now... is there pressure on the dock? Is it, the weight of the thing?
Yeah, now you're just screwing your consumers.
And have you seen that Samsung commercial?
Yes,
where they're just goofing on everybody online?
iPhone's ass. I loved it. It was like, I already got a bigger screen. Already got it on the Samsung. And they're all waiting in line for 5 hours.
They should have a priority line for people who've already rated 5 times and stuff like that. And, it's sad that there are people like that, I mean, I love you guys, but it just doesn't,
I don't get the
it doesn't ring...
and it's not like a $50, $100 phone. You're spending a few $100s for this crap.
And if you just got the 4S, you're not...
There's no huge upgrade.
Yeah, now, like I have AT&T. And quite frankly, the only reason I have AT&T is because my credit's bad with the other companies.
Way to go, Chris. Way to go.
So I went to... I went to go pay my bill the other day.
Okay.
And of course, there's this whole extra... pre-recording, like if you want to upgrade from your iPhone to the iPhone 5, click here. And that was even before like wanting to pay the bill.
Right.
Like
they already got that
was
shit
added
because there's so many people who are doing it.
Who are stuck in their old contract.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, it's always 2 years, but like the iPhones are the only phones where they're. I mean, you still have to renew your contract for another 2 years, but they let you upgrade early.
And
but
it costs more, doesn't it?
It costs a little more.
Somebody was saying, I don't know if this is accurate because it was just somebody talking, that like, if you got to renew your contract to get, the new phone, it's like now like $500 to $700. And then if you just upgrade it, it's like $300. So I don't know if that's accurate.
That was just right. I mean,
that is a ridiculous amount of money for a phone.
For something that's not even a generational leap forward.
Where it's like, yes, I need this because it does this, this, and this. No, that is a ridiculous amount of money.
And quite frankly, all my friends that are techies online, just real quick, that's Jonah Ray right there.
Oh, okay.
We're watching a commercial for Bing, and Jonah Ray, who I don't like, is doing the commercial for Bing.
Is that the one you're always tweeting?
That's the one I'm always busting his chops on.
Bullying on Twitter?
Except in that commercial, he's shaven.
Yeah.
And see, that I could bring that right back to these iPod commercials. Because these iPod commercials, everyone in the commercial are these hipsters. They got the horn-rimmed glasses. No, that's well,
not clean cut, but they got
He's clean cut in here, but like hipsters who have like, I mean, okay, I'm not shaved, but I'm not going to be on camera.
Right.
The guys who have the big beards, the skinny jeans, the horn-rimmed glasses, it's like you're not being original because you look like every other fucking hipster.
And I don't get the skinny jeans with guys. Does that hurt? Or is uncomfortable?
I mean, it's...
You tap a guy's balls and he's crying, okay? And now suddenly you want to put
and then you're going to squish him, and then you have to worry about sitting down. How you sit down.
It is so unattractive to me when I see a guy in skinny jeans. I'm like,
I can't
fathom it.
The wrong figure. Yeah. Like a guy that's not thin. I mean, if you look like an extra in fucking Schindler's List, okay, you could wear fucking skinny jeans. And that's not a Schindler's List joke. That's some people are really, really skinny. You could get away with skinny jeans. But if you're not emaciated, don't put on skinny jeans. And
that's gotta be a bitch. And these hipsters, I know how girls feel when they gain weight. They gotta, pull
and
them
they put
up.
On these, and then they're trying to be like ironically retro, like with the flannel shirts and stuff like that. And it's like hipsters irritate the shit out of me. And once again, like Jonah Ray, and Matt Mira.
Poor guys.
I'm gonna keep bringing these guys
enough
up.
By you.
But the Nerdist had a show on BBC America.
Okay.
Now, you're on BBC America, The Nerdist. You're representing your whole brand.
Yeah.
And these guys come on. I mean, okay, the glasses are one thing. Not shaved, or like a day or two's worth of growth, and the flannel shirts.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're trying to make like a statement like, yeah, I'm true to my hipster roots. Motherfucker, you on TV.
Class it up a bit.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Hardwick in his show always wears a suit and tie. And okay, that's his thing. I mean, he dresses like a hipster every now and then, but, you could be, I hate to use the word slacker chic, you could be, You know, you could be
you're
hip.
so casual, you don't care.
Yeah.
That sort of
but,
attitude.
you know, Tacoma, you know, you're on a TV show. Now, I'm a bum. I admit it. I wear fucking
go on TV,
motorcycles, boots, and I wear, like, the big, you know, long, raver shorts from fucking Hot Topic, and I like Harley Davidson t-shirts and Metallica t-shirts. You know, I know I dress like a bum, but that's because I'm walking through life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly a chick magnet, you know what I'm saying? But then again, that's who I am.
Right.
So if a woman likes me when I'm all fucked up, then you'll like me when I'm dressed, and I'll look even better when I'm dressed up. But I'm not on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you're on TV, that's a different aspect.
You know, right now this is an audio medium, so I could sit here in my freaking, you know,
we're
blue
naked
jeans
right now,
and stuff
everyone. We are naked.
The Naked Podcast.
Welcome to the Naked Podcast.
Naked, hi.
Two strangers.
I'll rub it against the microphone.
Ew.
No.
You've all been dick smacked.
It just, you know, I know there's that fine line where you're trying to stay true to your roots.
Right. And then, like,
But you're on fucking
maybe wear
TV.
a button up, okay, if you really don't want to wear a suit.
You know, there's a lot of ways to be, you know, hip and not dress like you just, you know, walked out of the garage. You know what I'm saying? Like you were working
Class
on...
it up, folks.
Yeah. You're not some... I mean, you know, you look like an IT guy. You look like... And not even IT guys know how to dress. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You look like you just walked out of the Apple store or something like that. You know, like, I don't know. Class it up a bit. And it's, you know... I understand coming from me that's a little weird, but then again, I'm not on TV.
Not on TV.
If I was on TV, I would dress well. You know,
we would be naked on TV.
Well, I mean, yeah, you are talking to the guy who danced in his Spider-Man underwear, but that's part of my shtick. You know what I'm saying? That's part of, like, you know.
He just always is in that Speedo.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I record in the Speedo.
Yes, yes.
Well, you don't know. Hey, Matt could be wearing them right now.
You don't even know what we're doing right now. Hey, yo.
And
rumors. Report. You ready?
And that's one thing I got to say. This show... I've actually heard stuff on this show before I hear it in other venues, and
because of my,
it is unfortunate that sometimes our shows are released a little later than when we record them. But I swear to God, you give me some stuff, and literally like 3 days later, I'm like, where the hell are all these people? Kristyn scooped them way before.
I scooped them, you know, my celebrity contact.
So what's the breaking news now?
There's a lot. Well, big rumor that's going on. Our Pat's K-Stew back together.
Yeah, well, I heard... Okay, this is what I heard.
They're talking, and now...
First, I heard that she was attacked by Twilight fans.
Oh, really?
That she went out and, like, these girls wanted to physically accost her. I believe it was stopped, but they tried.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because,
these are crazy.
Like, how dare you cheat on our Pats? He's perfect, and...
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I did hear...
for her own safety, let me get back to our kids.
The world already hates you.
Yeah.
But you fucked it up.
Right,
yeah. So once a cheater, always a fucking cheater. I wouldn't, you know...
So, yeah, I've heard they've been hanging out. And nothing's official.
But he was doing some quirky shit, too. That's the other news I heard. I forgot.
What quirky shit? He's perfect.
Well, no,
he's actually
like,
flawless.
He felt so fucked up after her cheating on him that he was doing something odd, and I'm trying to remember what it was, but...
I just know he was staying at Reese Witherspoon's house. This is sad that I know this shit. And was, like, going out. I mean, I don't know of anything that he was doing. Really? I think she's cute.
She looks like...
And I think she has personality.
Okay, remember... There was a movie where she kind of does like a devil face, or she even puts her fingers up.
Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah, that was awkward.
She looks like a devil.
That was awkward.
She looks like
that was an
a caricature of somebody. You know,
that was her. I think like her. She wasn't Hollywood yet.
Yep.
You know, that Hollywood look yet.
I mean, because wasn't she like Legally Blonde? That was Legally Blonde, and it was. Is that one of the movies that part 2 is better than the other one?
I didn't actually see it. I've only seen the first one.
Was it
the sequel was so
Red,
much
White,
better
and Blonde or something like that?
Something like suddenly she's in Congress or something ridiculous running for it.
Oh man, what
she's
was
the president. Red, White, and Blonde.
It was Red, White, and Blonde. Okay.
So creative. I didn't see it.
I should know that. And I've seen Red, White, and Blonde.
You're sick son of a bitch. You're sick.
I honestly don't find her attractive.
Really?
Because her face looks like
of that one
a caricature. No, but I mean, like when she made that face, I'm like, oh shit, that's what she really looks like.
I agree.
Her face is severe. I guess I don't know. It's hard to explain. Severe. It's you know.
You know what? You're
I'm not
beautiful,
saying she's
but your
ugly.
face is severe.
I'm not.
I think she's cute. I think she's got a personality. Because I've seen her on different talk shows, and she's actually
looks like a marionette. I don't know. She looks like a wicked puppet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, she should never have done that devil face in that movie.
Like, you know when they have like the marionettes and there's always like one that looks like a jester / devil.
Yeah, like
that's
I agree with you. That
she looks like those old pictures of the devil, like where he has like the pointy goatee.
Yeah, she had that pointy chin. She had that pointy chin when she did that devil face. Like it was,
yeah, she's
all right.
I'm not saying she's ugly.
She wasn't on your blonde list. But
she wasn't on my blonde list, and she wouldn't even be on my blonde list.
Was on it. You want to talk about? Yeah, you want to talk about scary?
Yeah, and she's going to be. Oh, yeah, we already spoke about that. She's going to be American Horror Story.
Now, I know we've suggested that we were going to, drive for Amanda Bynes and work for her. Mm-hmm. She's getting closer to us. She's been spotted in New York City.
Oh shit!
She flew to New York City. I think she's taking us seriously. This is it.
Amanda, please.
Please give us a call. We'll drive you anywhere you want to go.
Now, I've been
following her.
Well,
she's just been in more shit.
On Nickelodeon the other day. Okay, try to follow my logic here. There's this guy named Dan Schneider.
Okay.
Who are you familiar with the old show Head of the Class?
Yeah.
Okay, Head of the Class was about kids it was the gifted kids. They were the gifted kids in a regular high school. Mm-hmm. Now, myself, I went to Brooklyn Technical High School, which is a gifted school. You know, in New York City, there are like 3 public gifted. I mean, there's a million parochial or whatever you want to call them schools. But in the public schools, there's Bronx Science, Stuyvesant, and Brooklyn Tech. Brooklyn Tech is number 3 on the list. Let's be
There's
real
3,
about it.
and Chris went to the
number 3. We're 3rd on the list. But hey, at least you're in the top 3. So actually, there's an episode where the kids from the Head of the Class play against Brooklyn Tech in like one of those like, geek Super Bowl game show type shows. So the guy, Dan Schneider, was the guy who played Dennis, the fat guy who sat in the back of the classroom with a computer.
The desktop.
I was always so jealous. When I was a kid, seeing a computer in the classroom.
Right, that was huge.
I always,
It was like that green writing.
I mean, yeah, it was the old school computer with the green LED. Yeah. And so he did that, and then he's done a couple movies. He was in Nothing But Trouble. Not Nothing But Trouble, excuse me. Better Off Dead with John Cusack.
No.
Oh my god! Oh, you have to. That's like a super '80s movie.
Okay.
And he plays like this awkward fat guy. Well, I guess he always plays an awkward fat guy.
He played his form.
What in that movie? John Cusack he's John Cusack's neighbor.
Okay.
And he's kind of like this big guy, kind of like a man-child, glasses. His mother's very overbearing and loud. Okay. And they take in a foreign exchange student who's this very cute French girl.
Ooh.
Now,
he's trying to bone her.
So what happens is the mother keeps pushing the son onto the French girl.
Okay.
But since the mom says it's okay, he feels that it's okay to push up on her because the mother's like telling him to do it.
Yeah.
So he's really fucking creepy. And it turns out John Cusack, she has a crush on John Cusack. So Better Off Dead, and it's such an offbeat movie. It's really, really good, and you have to give it a shot. You have to give it a look, and it's definitely 80s. It's one of those movies that defines the 80s, and as much as I don't like John Cusack, I love that movie. So Dennis Schneider, so he's been involved in a bunch of Nickelodeon shows.
Oh, really?
So first I don't want to say first, but I'm pretty sure one of his first projects was All That.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So he's good friends with our girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So there's All That, and then Amanda Bynes kind of came onto the show later on in the season because she was the youngest one in the group.
Yeah, she was young at the
time. All That, got canceled. Well, it took off, but then after a while, then you had the Keenan and Kel show, also produced by Dan Schneider. This is all the same guy.
Okay.
Then Amanda got her own show.
Right.
Amanda, please. So Amanda left there and started her own show, The Amanda Show. The Amanda Show had the 2 guys, Drake and Josh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just
the history of Nickelodeon.
It's like the past. This guy's been involved
in all this
now.
Stuff.
I hope and I pray that this isn't true. Once again, being online,
anything you read online is true.
There are people online saying that the reason he's doing all these shows like with these pretty young girls is that like
why?
there's, he has an alternative
wants to get in there.
motive. I certainly hope that's not the case.
Do you think him and
But when you watch
up?
these shows and these young girls doing
creep,
it's adult humor, but just off, so it's not dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they talk about wieners and it's always, I certainly hope that's not the case. I don't know. He's
hooking up with all his
I think the rumor is he's dating one of the girls from the show called Victorious, which just got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a young cast?
That's all young cast, yeah. And he's like,
great.
I think he's older than me.
Now, yeah.
So, okay.
Ew, Chris.
So all that
down there.
All right, listen. All that gave birth to
Amanda.
The Amanda Show. The Amanda Show gave birth to Drake and Josh. Once again, a Dan Schneider show. Mm-hmm. The sister from Drake and Josh moved on and did iCarly.
Okay.
So now you got iCarly. Once again, Dan, iCarly gave birth to Victorious. Because they're all in the same world. Yeah. It's all like these weird spin-offs of spin-offs, and they're all involved. Now, I've never really watched Victorious, but it is on. My stepson watches it. Yeah. But I watch iCarly. Call me a fucking creep.
When it's on and there's nothing else on,
iCarly is fucking funny, but sometimes it has
that
questionable.
Like,
where like it could be innocent.
Take a step back, and you're like, wait.
There are a lot of people online that saying that he's like a creepy guy, and
when you have all these
he's using all these,
girls.
and he's keeping. And the rumor is he's dating one of the girls from Victorious who
is a young cast,
plays the character. To be honest with you, this is literally I'm not familiar with a character called Kat or something like that.
I haven't seen.
And so now he's starting another show
with Kat
called Kat and Sam, where it's Sam, the blonde from iCarly, and Kat, and they're gonna. So now the two shows, one that spun off the other, and now is now having a third spin-off, and they're doing that. Now, like I said, I hope that's not the case, because I love...
It sounds like it is.
I love Dan Schneider, and he played Dennis Blunden on the show.
He's really involved in his work.
It is kind of creepy.
Huh. Yeah, I don't feel right about that.
It's so, but...
If he wants to offer us a show, then I'll be on board with it.
I certainly hope the Two Strangers One podcast curse doesn't get to him. Right. Like he gets indicted this weekend or something like that.
Like we talk about people, like...
Nickelodeon producer. And I think he also had a hand in Zoe 101 also. But he wasn't... that's like the one show that wasn't connected into his universe.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but whenever you see the end of Drake and Josh or iCarly says Schneider Bakery and you see that like oven open, that's him, Dan Schneider.
Yeah, he's inviting you into the oven. Nice and
like,
sweet.
Like Hansel and Gretel,
exactly.
Inviting
nice
kids into your house.
But something else is going on there.
I certainly hope that's not the case.
How everything's spawn off each other, and there's young casts.
And it's all these girls who grew up to be pretty.
Right. Yeah, they're all very pretty girls.
Amanda Bynes pretty, Miranda Cosgrove pretty. I
don't feel right about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get him a call. We get it. Once we start driving Amanda around, then we can get the scoop on it. And she'll be like,
Amanda, please, I'm only 6 hours away, and I'll come see you in a heartbeat.
Come on. Give us a
That'll
call,
be
girl.
awesome.
Give us a call. We'll buy you a couple drinks.
And they're saying, what did I hear recently? That, like, Amanda Bynes, now all this stuff is coming out that's saying that she's crazy.
Oh,
like she'll go to the gym and talk to herself.
She was, so recent thing, she went to the gym in, like, a spinning class, so she's on the bike, and then I guess she got up during, like, it's all going on, everybody's spinning.
And then she took off her shirt.
Yeah, took off her shirt, so I don't even think she was... I think the thing was she wasn't even in a sports bra. It was just a regular bra.
It was a regular bra.
Kind of like boobs out. And and she went over into the mirror. Everybody's still doing the class. Putting on lipstick for... They said she was looking at herself for 10 minutes. Not like a quick thing. 10 minutes
is a long time.
And kind of like talking to herself, saying you're pretty, that sort of thing. Like reassuring yourself. And then finally got back... Oh, no, the teacher... I don't know if she ever did get back on the bike. But the teacher was like, okay, like you need to leave if you're going to keep... doing that, so she got like told to leave.
Yeah,
and then it's just fucking weird. Oh, and then somebody, a paparazzi. They had a video, so they're getting her. I don't know where she was coming out, but she was dressed up, and she was covering her face, and they had gotten a few photos, and she's like, "Let me see these photos." And she was telling to like delete this one because I don't look good. I have to look good in these photos. And then was like, "Please delete the first one," and like grabbing his arm because I don't know.
That doesn't sound. I mean, okay, go on.
Yeah. It doesn't sound crazy. Like I want to.
It's a little way too involved, but yeah.
And was like, and then she's trying to talk to him, like, be nice. And then you don't see it. You just hear the paparazzi guy say it, so you don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the paparazzi is being dramatic, but he's like, let go of my arm. Let go of it. Let go of my camera. And she's like, I'm not touching you. And then
it's probably him trying to build a case.
And then he's like, you're pinching me. And she's like, no, I'm not. Like, so you don't, exactly.
Either so that or she's so crazy that she was pinching him and denying
so
it.
you don't know because it's not caught on camera. So it's like, either he's being a bullshitter trying to get something out of this, or she is. But yeah, so I guess some people are saying she's got bipolar and not taking anything, I guess.
You know, I think she's come here to challenge Lindsay Lohan.
Right, yeah.
Because Lindsay Lohan just clipped the guy in her SUV.
Yeah, and last night, I mean, this girl is sick all the time, this Lindsay. Mm-hmm. Last night or the day before, supposedly has walking pneumonia, has a lung infection, had to go to the hospital.
Oh, wait, Lindsay Lohan?
Lindsay, yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, girl, you're sick all the time. What's going on?
Are you familiar at all with the Highlander movies?
No.
Okay, well, the gist of the Highlander movies is all these guys share a power.
Okay.
And they're all immortal. They're immortal except you have to cut their heads off. So the whole gist of the series is they walk the earth looking for each other to kill one of their own, because when one of them dies, the rest of them get stronger. Okay. And they keep saying, there can be only one.
Okay.
And I think that's what's going on with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, now they're in New York. Let's see what happens now.
And Amanda Bynes.
They're going to be like hanging out. And
there's like this immortal power.
One of them hits each other with the car. They're both just driving a head-on collision.
Or they're going to merge into each other.
Play chicken.
Amanda Lohan.
Yeah, now it's just like they're besties. And some shit's good. I want to see them go party.
There's a cosmic power between them.
There can only be one.
There can be only one!
Oh, that would be great if they hung out. They hung out just for a little bit.
Because I think
I'd party with them. I just want to see. I want to be in their atmosphere to see what's really going on.
Well, I love Lindsay. I mean, I love both of them. I mean, both of them are hot.
I just want them to get their shit together.
Hot chicks are so crazy. I don't know what it is,
Especially they've been catered to their whole lives. You know, like privilege.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them, you know. I'd be crazy too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you've never had, I mean, like, you know, like a Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Like, when no one's ever told you no.
Right. And you're just always going out. You got money.
Brittany, I know Brittany, your girl.
I miss
She had that public meltdown.
Fun. Just a little public meltdown.
Because is it American Idol, right? Or is it America's Got Talent? Or what's the show that she's hosting?
X Factor.
X Factor. Yeah. Has that come out yet?
Seen it. Yeah, there's been a couple episodes.
And you haven't watched it?
I'm not really into those singing shit.
Okay. Well,
like
X Factor is kind of like a catch-all, like for all the people who couldn't get on.
Yeah, that's what they say. All the people these are the rejects. Now, I just saw again, I don't really watch it. American Idol's got Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Mariah Carey.
And then with that,
and
Keith Urban. Yeah. Okay, so you got a rapper, whatever Mariah is.
A rapper, an R&B artist, and a country guy.
And a country. That's The Voice.
Yeah, it's of course it's
that's the same setup.
It's when one thing works, then everybody. And now it's funny because they wouldn't even have The Voice if it wasn't for American Idol.
True. Yeah.
Now American Idol is copying off of
what they got. Yeah,
it's a derivative of a derivative of a derivative. It's when everybody starts copying.
It's like what's his name with the Nickelodeon. It's now happening to these singing shows. We're stuck. Oh
yeah, you know, and now, these shows cost, you know, $10 to produce. I mean, you know, other than pampering the 3 or 4 spoiled judges, you got people who are coming towards you begging to be on camera. It's a fucking cash cow. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, you know, the American Idol's got the Coca-Cola endorsement. They got I love how they make it casual and you see like the Coca-Cola logo on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, real casual, or they have the cups in front of them and stuff like that.
They all had the cups since day one.
So,
because everybody was questioning what was in Paula Abdul's cup. She's always sipping on that Coca-Cola bottle.
Well, hold on while I enjoy my click and hit.
Yeah. What is it? The click and hit.
Click and hit. Click.
You just see all
C-L-I-C-K.
They take a break, you know, on like you just see this pen in like Brittany's pocket. That's just on a break. Like just takes her hit and put it back in.
Clickandhit.com.
Yeah,
C-L-I-C-K dash the letter N dash hit.com.
It's gonna be the new thing.
Excuse me while I pull on my click and hit.
Yeah, but I miss Brittany, man. Those days when Okay, I miss Brittany before the breakdown because, she was still kind of doing her stupid thing, like hanging out, like making terrible music that I love. Like, it was great dancing and being stupid
like
music.
Like the Kevin Federline years, or?
Kind of before that. Kevin Federline is where it started to go, like, all right, girl, now you're just, we know you're trash, but now you're acting out. Like, we know you're trash with money sort of thing. And then she went crazy, which was fun, because every day there was something new. Mm-hmm. I mean, I felt bad for her. She obviously needed care and wasn't getting it. But now I just feel she's under too much, like her dad takes care of all her money. Mm-hmm. Like, she has no freedom. And I find it sad that she's, 30, and she's still...
You can't give...
I know,
you gave her freedom, and look what the fuck she did.
She still can't get her, freedom.
She had kids with a gold digger, shaved her fucking head.
All right,
remember they had that
new hairstyle.
That chaotic TV show... Remember she had that show, that reality show, Chaotic?
I actually never saw. I saw clips. It was on a random channel, station.
I was at work.
Chaotic. First of all, you named it Chaotic.
Yeah, this is the damn name of the show. You know what I'm saying? And how cheap was that show to produce? Because they held their own fucking cameras.
They held their own cameras.
You don't even need... Because usually all these reality shows have a crew that stays in the house or whatever.
No, it's just, here's a camera.
You gave them a camera.
Have fun.
And nowadays...
Now, there's photos of her going in restrooms, gas station restrooms, barefoot. Girl.
Yeah, she's...
Girl, get it together.
Because nowadays, once again, I'll bring it back to the Abby and Brittany show, since I love them so much.
It always goes back to Abby and Britt.
There are these cameras, the GoPro cameras, where I don't know if you've seen in the commercial where, they're like these little boxy cameras, but now you see them in a commercial where a guy, jumps from a cliff and he has it attached to his helmet.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
but there's a guy, those are, the new things. Now, of course, obviously the shows are going to have the most expensive ones, but, those things are less than, even the deluxe grand one is $2,000.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They're
That's
not
cheap for
you could get the super basic one for $250. Mm-hmm. If you're a kid on a skateboard, you know. Once again, I was watching Abby and Brittany.
Once again, I was watching the marathon.
When one camera switched away, all they did was have 3 GoPros.
Really?
In the SUV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And those things are light. Mm-hmm. They're super cheap. I mean, it's this is I don't know if you heard this news about the Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, what about her now?
No, okay, so the whole family.
I love that you're giving me the scoop.
I'm giving you the Honey Boo Boo news.
I love this.
Okay, first and foremost, I love the show. I do, usually I'm this jaded prick. Mm-hmm. I do feel bad when Honey Boo Boo cries, when they had the pig, Glitzy the pig, and they got rid of the Glitzy, and she started crying. Broke my fucking heart.
That sucks. Yeah.
Now that I felt bad for. Then I also, I feel kind of bad when they do the pageants. And she didn't win anything.
She didn't win, and she's like, oh.
Because they usually have 5 or 6 different awards just for
random things, best dance or something.
Yeah, stupid. It's always some, and she didn't win any of them, and she's crying. And,
that's all they know.
And I hate to be. I'm not trying to be rude here. Look at your kid. She does not fit in with the rest of these girls.
And they always...
Why are you psychologically putting her in this situation?
And they always are show your tummy, and that's not what you do on the... They're jiggle your stomach or whatever. That's not how it's supposed to go.
I guess she's trying to win on being cute. When you have... The other girls in the competition are that, John Benet Ramsey,
that cookie cutter
it's
look.
Creepy, but it's...
Creepy adult look, but she doesn't have that.
Yeah, and... you're putting your child in a line of fire. Constantly. I guess they work now. They got the show, and can she even compete now that she has a show? Because that's going to give her the unfair edge.
Well, clearly not. She didn't win anything.
Well, now, but because the show wasn't out then.
Yeah.
But now if she does a show now,
I know if I lost her, I'd be like, it's because she's got a show.
Yeah, they don't even have to say Alana, whatever her last name.
Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, all they have to say is, here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
And so the show, the whole family was getting $4,000 an episode.
Yeah.
Once again, that shows you these shows are dirt cheap, and entertaining as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my favorite scene that they always do is just the train going in the back. It was so freaking close to the... Yeah,
oh, my door nuts. I love
that. You better redneckanize. And then, like, somebody's phone rang once. Like, I don't know. Somebody's cell phone rang, and the mom's like, booty call, booty call. Booty call. Like, yeah, that is why your 16-year-old daughter is knocked up. Because you're saying booty call.
Booty call. $1 make me holla. Yeah. And you're like 8-year-old, or not even 8, whatever, 5, 6-year-old saying...
5 or 6. She's
saying $1 make me holla.
And the mom's like, I don't know where she gets these things. Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, the mother's saying booty call.
Yeah, booty call, booty call.
So, TLC is
on
running away to the bank with this show.
They're on a great high right now.
So,
it's no longer the Learning
family
channel.
is asking for $10,000 an episode, which is still
very cheap.
Beyond, below.
Like what big shows do.
Yeah, like I said, the one, like I said, I mentioned this in the other episode. The show's Pimp My Ride.
Right.
Had each episode was a $12,000 budget.
Mm-hmm. And then you pimp out the car.
And then you pimp out the car and all this other stuff. Not to mention that it's a commercial for, West Side Customs or whatever the case may be.
Whoever they're working with.
So, that's always been the number in my head, $12,000. Mm-hmm. Which means, of course, TLC probably doesn't have as much money as MTV does.
Right.
But still, $10,000 an episode, to me, it still sounds like they're underpaying them.
Yeah.
And
they probably don't know.
And then the rumor is that TLC will agree on $8,000.
Oh.
So like, okay, we're doubling what you're paying, but there's still, it's like this weird thing because then again, obviously, where else are they going to get $8,000 for just being themselves or being obnoxious? They're not doing anything really to earn the money. Mm-hmm. But then again, it's so fucking entertaining that the whole country, that Honey Boo Boo actually beat out the Republican National Convention. So it's like this weird, we're at this weird crossroads.
I think it's like people just like to watch that kind of train wreck because it makes them feel better, I guess, about their life. Like, I feel great. I'm like, oh,
but it's
I don't have a lot of money, and it could be worse.
We want, and once again, I'll say good old boy. I won't even say redneck.
Love good old boy.
A good old boy would say, I want $10,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're demanding something that's still under the bar. They should be asking for $15,000, $20,000 an episode. And they're like, oh, we just want 10.
So it's like
but
TLC is
running
away.
Yeah, but now that the first season, I guarantee you, the next episode they're going to be all Hollywood.
Right.
They're all going to get their teeth fixed.
Yeah.
Honey Boo Boo takes Los Angeles and stuff like that.
Oh, God. Then
you'll have the Chickadee and Chubbs show.
Right. Yeah, Chickadee. Yeah.
And then they're going to have Chubbs. The mom's going to have her own thing.
And then the one with the baby, they're going to have something.
Yeah. Chickadee. Oh, God.
Chubbs.
June Takes Manhattan.
What's the
where they take them to New York City or Los Angeles. You put them in a fucking
nice,
big city.
Big
forget
city.
about it. There you go.
Let's see
Where's my $4,000? Yeah. I'll give you that show. Give me a bunch of GoPro cameras.
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear and Charm School.
Yeah, Sugar Bear's not like The Biggest Loser. They're all on The Biggest Loser.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Dancing with the Stars.
Which I did see the Jessica Simpson Weight Watchers commercial today.
Where it's just like her head
up. It's just her head. And then at the end, it kind of backs up just a little bit.
It's like not anything.
And I'm a mom, and I just want to be healthy.
I think Hudson, when she lost a lot of weight, Jennifer Hudson, did she do Jenny Craig?
I think it was Jenny Craig.
It's a full body shot. She's skinny and she looks great.
On tight jeans.
She's like, I did Jenny Craig and all these things. She looks great. And then you got Weight Watchers with Jessica Simpson's face.
Her head, it's disturbing. The commercial is no other commercial is just the person's head.
Yeah.
Not to mention that this is supposed to be a Weight Watchers commercial with a person who's having a public battle against their weight.
They couldn't wait until she lost the weight. Like, why did you have to get this commercial out right away? Everybody knows she's doing
the weight use a little Hollywood magic. Just, little...
You guys have all the technology.
We could have aliens come from outer space and look like blue cats or whatever. I'm pretty sure you can make Jessica Simpson look a little thinner. Put her head on her old body. It's almost like
a proactive commercial where they really do kind of just like your shoulders up. They're like, my face is clear, and it's like, that's all you need is her face to look at. Now this is a Weight Watcher commercial, and you got her face.
Yeah, Weight Watchers, I guess you do lose weight in your face, but, Jessica, the girl who once played Daisy Duke, for Christ's sake.
And those short Daisy Dukes, and had a hot body,
she was like, she was on top of the world for a couple of weeks.
She had a good run.
At the very least.
I do like her, though.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like her for other reasons. I mean, she's beautiful, but, you know, she seems genuinely nice. She kind of has that... the southern sweet
swag
belle kind of, you know, and a little dizzy. Okay, you know.
Yeah. But, you know, trust me, I know people with Honey Boo Boo. Okay, they're not ditzy, they're just
now that's
uneducated.
Once again back to Abby and Brittany. We might as well just call this the TLC
the Abby Brittany show.
Abby and Brittany show. They're humble. Like when you watch the show, they are so fucking humble. Like I don't please Brittany, don't become Hollywoodized because I love you right now. Don't become Hollywood. Don't start wearing the big sunglasses and demanding $20,000 an episode.
Somebody who totally $20,000 an episode. Somebody who totally lost it. I don't know if you ever know that Aubrey O'Day. She was on like when I remember when P Diddy started back when he was P Diddy started doing Making the Band. It was like one of his first ones. It was all when they made the Danity Kane is what came out of it. That group. Now Aubrey O'Day, gorgeous. She was a dancer. She wasn't that strong of a singer, but she was gorgeous to look at. Great dancer. We can work on the vocal skills as we go along, sort of person. And you could tell she was going to be totally in it. Like Diddy loved her. They, they just had that connection. Gorgeous. Came back. Whatever. Once they formed the group, then they came back. And then of course had Making the Band too with them, actually forming the group and working on it. When she came back, it was then she was famous. Everybody knew who she was. Then had ruined her hair, got a boob job, got her face. She just looked like a disaster. And then they eventually broke up because she wanted a solo career, and that didn't go anywhere. Now she just looks like an ass. She's not working. I think she was on recently. What was it with Trump?
Oh, the Apprentice.
Yeah, that's the only real thing she's done. She tried to have her own solo career. She was in Vegas doing Pussycat Doll shows, but you lost it, girl. You got this huge boob job. Your face was gorgeous, and you got something done. I don't even know, and you just went. Because Diddy called her out on it. He goes, you got these ugly extensions and you look gross right now. Because they were blonde. And he's like, I didn't want you blonde. If I wanted you blonde, I would have told you.
I'll tell you go blonde.
Yeah, and that was when they were forming the group. And then they were only good for a year, that group. And then they all kind of broke up.
Fucking person's good
but
for
it was
a year.
You totally ruined your career. You thought you were up here. You were awesome on the show when you kept your mouth shut. And then you got Hollywood and ruined it.
And I've seen...
Sorry, Aubrey.
I've seen pictures. I think it was from Madison Square Garden, if I'm not mistaken. Lady Gaga, and she's put on a bunch of weight now.
That was a real photo because I did see that, and I was like, she's got a chin. And then I saw
there's her wearing stockings, and you see the rolls, and you see her butt cheeks kind of
and she's
sagging.
Fit and skinny.
She's usually
she put on thin. 50 pounds.
Yeah,
it's not a couple pounds. She's got now a butt.
She said something like...
Oh, did she respond?
She said something like she has to lose 25 pounds. This is what I heard. I'm not reporting it.
Reporting live.
Yeah, but... I saw a picture of her...
I don't know what happened on her hiatus here.
What the fuck? Did she,
Because she's, known for being,
Yeah, she's known for being that thin.
The butterface.
To fit in all those crazy outfits. I mean, the hack joke is, she ate the meat dress. You know what I'm saying? That's so hacky. But
yeah, she's always in these tight things, had a hot body, dancer body type thing. And all of a sudden, I did see that photo, and I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
Her face was chubby.
Yeah.
Had a little chin
She had a sagging butt.
And then had a butt.
Then you see she's wearing fishnets. She's wearing fishnets, with a thong or some sort of bikini bottom.
Some type of tight
the thing is wedged up her ass, but you see her butt cheeks hanging down a little bit. Then, where the fishnets end, you just see the belly roll stick out from the fishnets.
Girl, I don't mind if you gain weight. Wear the right clothes on after.
Exactly,
okay?
Yeah. If you're going to get a little...
go ahead, you get your curves, whatever. But let's change it up a bit, you're wearing.
Nobody, all these people,
nobody's telling them.
It shows that, you could be in the spotlight and look gorgeous, but that shit isn't some infinite shit that you stay with. You know what I'm saying? People get fat. You know what I'm saying?
She was only on a break here. Not a break, but, not... doing shows and stuff for a few months.
Yeah. Lady Gaga was almost known for her thin body and all the crazy outfits and stuff like that. And now she
clearly wasn't in training during her hiatus.
Yeah.
She must have just been in the studio.
She must have been fucking just lived at a fucking Krispy Kreme or something.
I don't know. It's so funny. I don't know. But I don't care. You gain weight, whatever. Just wear the right clothes. I don't know why we had to go out in fishnets and that whole spiel.
Yeah, that was... okay, so
Did we do it?
Yeah, we're well over the... One thing I just say, I hope Abby and Brittany don't become Hollywood.
Yeah, don't
and that'd be fucked up if one of them does become Hollywood and the other one isn't. One of them has like implants and or like implant or like lip injections or like cheekbone enhancements and shit like that. And the other one still looks like the same. You know, like that'd be, I don't know.
One boob's huge.
But they seem really, like, once again, you know, I add a lot of points for when a person is like I said, like a Jessica Simpson. Even, yes, she's gorgeous and she had a perfect body at one point. She's a sweetheart. And Abby and Brittany are sweethearts, and I love Brittany, and I just...
we're gonna hear about Abby.
Don't go Hollywood, girl, please.
Don't do it, girl.
Stay, you know, stay humble, roots. Stay sweet. Okay. Stay sweet. Let me see. Jesus Christ. It's been so long since recorded, I forgot. Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Please listen. Oh, please. Please visit www.twostrangersonepodcast.com. Find your links for everything. We have our eBay page, which I think right now I don't have anything on. So keep coming back and check our eBay page, because you know what it is? A guy
there's nothing on there, but go
right before Kristyn came to the house, I stopped her in front of my house. I'm like, please give me a ride to the post office. Because I had this box. A guy bought like a whole bunch of DVDs, so I haven't had a chance to relist them. But please keep coming back to twostrangersonepodcast.com. You can check out our eBay page. I mean, when I get it back up, I have video games, I have movies. I gotta start getting my comic books back in rotation. You can like us on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/twostrangersonepodcast. Hover over the like button. Click show in news feed, because unfortunately only like 10 to 20% of our actual audience on Facebook gets every one of our updates. The only two ways to make sure you get every single hilarious brand new episode: you can subscribe to us on iTunes. You don't even need a portable device. If you can subscribe to us on iTunes, download iTunes, go into the iStore, go into the podcast section, just search Two Strangers, One Podcast. Once again, you don't need any mobile device. You can listen to every episode on your computer. But if you do have a mobile device, you have an iPhone, you have an iPad, you have an iPod, you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Or if you have a Stitcher app, which is the one I use, I use Stitcher because I have an Android phone. And actually, I got in contact with some people from Stitcher, so we should be getting some Stitcher stickers and stuff like that. So,
Stitcher stickers.
Stitcher stickers. Stitcher stickers. Say that 5 times fast. But yeah, and I've said it before, and they've even recognized it, that I boast Stitcher on the show, and it's because it's what I use, and I'm very happy with their product, and I'm not just promoting it because we were on it, because I was using it even before I had a podcast, or before we had a podcast, excuse me.
Chris. For one of these days.
And also, we'd like to give a shout out to our boys, Livin' Lame. We are part of the Livin' Lame Podcast Entertainment. I keep wanting to add network to it, but that's not the case. You can go to facebook.com/Livin' Lame Podcast Entertainment. And I think they kept that entertainment because somewhere down the line, they're going to start doing YouTube videos. Maybe somewhere down the line, maybe we may do a video or two. I don't know. I'm working on doing an intro with our logo, and it's going to take me a little while to get it all done.
Stay tuned.
But on the Livin' Lame Podcast Entertainment, right now there are the first 6 episodes of The Breakdown, which is a show all about music, and it stars Cordero, Filthy Phil, Shane O'Mac, where they, even though they're all 3 of them are kind of like metalheads, they're trying to cover all facets of music. And they play hip-hop on it also, and they talked a little bit about pop and stuff like that. There's The Fox Den, which I haven't heard an episode yet because I don't think an episode has come out yet, but they're going to be talking about numerology, astrology, nature, family, starring Joe and Carrie Fox. There's Real Chat, which is about movies and television, and of course the one that started all, Livin' Lame. There's still a slot open for another show, so me and Cordero are kind of going back and forth on what's going to do with it. It's kind of going to be like since their thing is like lame, they're gonna call it like miscellaneous.
Oh,
that's the
better
working.
Better
redneckanize. So that's kind of like the running name that we're playing with. Just so like it's like a anything podcast, like really, because I mean, you get movies, you got the nature show, astrology, you got movies, you got music.
Spectrum.
So just have another show that's just like, feel like posting, just fucking post it. You know what I'm saying? Just do some random interviews or whatever. So once again, it's facebook.com/living LIVIN lame podcast entertainment, or facebook.com 2 strangers 1 podcast. All over the place. Let me see. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think I've forgotten anything. It's been a while since I've been in front of this microphone. I certainly hope you enjoyed listening to this show as much fun as we had recording it. Thank you for listening to 2 Strangers 1 Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristyn.
Don't be a stranger.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled COLON.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show. I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
yeah.
Insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudity in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonePodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.